Coming up next on a YCN News special, in celebration of Columbus Day, we have full coverage of the 2015 Warner Fall Foliage Festival Parade. I'm your anchor, Kurt Weedy. Today we present complete coverage of the 2015 Warner Fall Foliage Festival Parade, being brought to you today by McSweeney, Semple, Hankin, Burke & Wood, PC, a general practice law firm with over 30 years of experience. Arctic Dreams in New London, a coffee shop and ice cream parlor featuring Annabelle's delicious natural ice cream. And by Chadwick Funeral and Cremation Service, family owned and operated for over 100 years. Now, since 1947, the people of Warner have come together at the height of autumn color to host this annual cavalcade and to welcome old and new friends to their wonderful community. When YCN returns, we'll join longtime parade announcer Ray Martin for his call of this year's parade. Please stick around. Welcome back, everyone, to YCN's coverage of the 2015 Warner Fall Foliage Festival Parade. Warner welcomes everyone in their small central New Hampshire town to experience autumn's splendor and share in their community spirit. So, without any further ado, let's turn it over to longtime parade announcer Ray Martin. Ray?
We have the color guard from the Wilkes, Clowes, Bigelow, Pearson, Post 39 of the American Legion here in Warner. Following the color guard is the Stewart Highland Pipe Band, sponsored by MagTech. Following that, we have a 1953 Mercury Montague driven by John Knox. Following that, we have the Kearsarge Regional Dance Team, whose theme is Vogue, Gods and Goddesses. Following that, we have a 1951 Crown Victoria, again owned and driven by John Knox. I guess he can drive two at once. Now we're going to have a little dance routine by the Kearsarge Regional Dance Team. Kearsarge Regional High School Dance Team, Vogues and Goddesses. Followed by the 1951 Crown Victoria, followed by Warner Youth Sports Association. Would like to thank all their sponsors. And we have a 1954 Mercury Sun Valley, owned by John Knox. Followed by the Warner Engine Number 2. Warner Volunteer Fire Department. Following engine number 2 is tank number 2 from the town of Warner. Followed by 1955 Crown Victoria Fairlane, 1955, owned by John Knox.
You're watching YCN coverage of the 2015 Warner Fall Foliage Festival Parade. The festival is Warner's invitation to share the natural splendor of New Hampshire's vibrant autumn colors, while enjoying wonderful food, entertainment, carnival rides, and fine crafts. Let's take a moment to hear from our fine community-minded sponsors that help make this coverage possible. Welcome back, everyone, to this YCN special coverage of the 2015 Warner Fall Foliage Festival Parade. Let's rejoin the parade announcer, Ray Martin.
Now for a return visit to Warner, the band, marching unit from Baltimore, Maryland. The band. Sponsored by Magtech. The band, marching unit from Baltimore, Maryland, followed by the Nemec family. This is Picasso's Portraits. The Nemec family. Followed by a Plymouth Belvedere, 1968, owned by John Knox. Followed by the Webster fire truck number 2, our neighboring town of Webster. Followed by Mitch Philibert driving a Chevrolet Bel Air 1957. Then we have our next float, the Kearsarge Conservatory of Performing Arts. Degas Dancers Art in Motion. Art in Motion.
You are taking in the sights and sounds of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region's premier October event, the Warner Fall Foliage Festival. Now during these beautiful days, good folks from all walks of life volunteer to cook, sell tickets, clean up, and steam lobsters, all to support community projects. Stay with us for more coverage of this year's parade. Welcome back, everyone, to this YCN special coverage of the 2015 Warner Fall Foliage Festival Parade. Let's rejoin longtime parade announcer Ray Martin.
1979 Volkswagen Beetle driven by Judy Magger, followed by Jeep Willys 1953, Tim Blagnan, number 8. The Webster's fire truck was the judge's choice in our fire truck competition. Now we have the Bradford Fire Department. Again, all these volunteer departments get together and form mutual aid for each other during any time that any one town needs help. Followed by float number 10. Number 10, the Pine Rock Manor, Pine Rock Farm, American Folk Art. American Folk Art, Pine Rock Manor. Model T, 1915, it's either a 1915 or 1910 Ford Model T. Following that, we have Model T 1926, Neil Craven. Followed by Steve Moon, Ford Model A Roadster pickup, 1928. Following that, we have the Sutton fire truck, which was the newest in service, one of the new fire trucks in our neighboring town of Sutton. After the Sutton fire truck, we have the Hillsborough fire truck, Furthest Travel, and judged the cleanest vehicle. Again, the Hillsborough fire trucks. Following that, we have a 1931 Ford Phantom driven by Charlie Craven. Following that, we have float number 4, the Noble Gardeners, the Mobile Noble Museum. The Noble Gardeners, and the theme of theirs is the Mobile Noble Museum. Say that 5 times fast.
You're watching YCN coverage of the 2015 Warner Fall Foliage Festival Parade. Now, each year, thousands of dollars from festival proceeds go to community organizations and projects, all thanks to the hard work and commitment of the many volunteers who donate their time and energy. With this break in the action, let's take a moment to hear from YCN's fine, community-minded sponsors that help make all this coverage possible. Welcome back to the YCN coverage of the 2015 Warner Fall Foliage Festival Parade. Let's join Ray Martin for the conclusion of today's event.
Now we have the Hillsborough Deering High School Marching Band under the direction of Heidi Welch. Many, many years participating in the Grand Parade here in Warner. Hillsborough Deering High School Marching Band. Model T Depot Hack, which would, I would assume, would be at the train depot picking up people and delivering them to hotels, driven by Scott Crather, a 1922 model. Now we have the Hopkinton fire truck. Oldest vehicle in service. Following that, we have Brett Crathern, Ford Model A closed cab pickup, 1931. Now we have the Warner Motorbike Association. They're messing me up. They changed their name. I guess they left Long Island. The Warner Motor Mini Bike Organization. Followed by tanker number 1 from the Hopkinton Fire Department. Followed by John and Shelley Janess in a Jeep Willys 1938. Again, this is Jeep's Willys from 1953, military model. Next we have the Warner Men's Club. Presents the theme of their float is Mount Kearsarge, you can see forever. Again, the Warner Men's Club, theme of their float is you can see forever from Mount Kearsarge. Mount Kearsarge. And I think, I don't know, I'm going to guess. This is a Lincoln Continental. Mark V, Lincoln Continental, 1960. Kitty Fifield and Robin Belker, driven by Bruce Stewart. The next float we have coming is the Lord family and friends, Egyptian Ancient Wonders. The Lord family and friends. The theme of their float is Egypt's Ancient Wonders. Then we have Dave Carrick driving a 1968 912 Porsche, 4-cylinder. This is followed by the Warner Fire and Rescue Vehicle, Town of Warner. Then we have following up here, we have the Kearsarge Trail Snails, local snowmobile club. This is one of the groomers that they use to maintain many, many miles of usable trails for snowmobile and cross-country skiing and just walking. Next we have a Bill Murray driving a 1931 Chevy Street Rod, or Roadster. The Chevy Roadster is followed by Kearsarge Regional High School Marching Band under the direction of Sean Anderson. Kearsarge Regional High School Marching Band, made up of students from Warner, New London, Bradford, Sutton, Newbury, and Springfield. Now we have Miss Lake Sunapee, Sabrina Vale, Miss Sunapee Outstanding Teen, Katrina Wilson, and Miss Greater Sullivan County Outstanding Teen, Sophia Joyal. And we have number 19, we have Don Drew driving a Chevrolet Malibu 1978. Then we have the Allens Parsons Project, and their theme of theirs is Warhol and Peace. The Allens Parsons Project. Theme of their float is Warhol and Peace. Then we have the Warner Fire Truck, followed by Chevy Super Sport, Chevelle Super Sport, driven by Karen and Robert Foyle. Next we have float number 9. The Old Main Road Friends. We got the Sphinx out front. The Old Main Road Friends. Then we have Antique Auto number 21, driven by David Cowley, a Chevy Coupe, 1937. With the rumble seat. Then we have Leapin' Lena. Traditionally brings up the rear of the parade, driven by Dan Lucier of Newport. Please stay on the sidelines. He's been driven, this Leapin' Lena's been in the parade for years and years. Followed by Ryan's Propane Truck, proudly supporting breast cancer awareness. Followed by Warner number 80M1. This would be the end of the parade.
Thank you very much, Ray, and the town of Warner for another great weekend in the Lake Sunapee region. Now, the 2015 Warner Fall Foliage Festival Parade was brought to you by McSweeney, Semple, Hankin, Burke & Wood, PC, a general practice law firm with over 30 years of experience. Arctic Dreams in New London, a coffee shop and ice cream parlor featuring Annabelle's delicious natural ice cream, and by Chadwick Funeral and Cremation Service, family owned and operated for over 100 years. From all of us at YCN, congratulations for another wonderful event that shows the great hospitality afforded to all who come. I'm your host, Kurt Weedy. Join me tomorrow at this same time for more of YCN News, your local view.